Hey, everybody. Welcome to my second ever live for My Shadow. How the heck's everybody doing? Wait a few minutes for see if some people come in. If you're smart, you're probably out riding and not watching this. Hope everybody's having a great day. So I thought I would kick off with an announcement or two while we're waiting for some people to get in here. As you guys noticed, the last video I posted, I went ahead and I've started doing a little bit further range, or at least filming further range riding that I'm doing, because I don't honestly just stay in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. I just don't tend to spend a lot of time filming when, shooting videos when I'm going out to these places. And, per request of folks, I've decided to go ahead and start filming that. So, and then also another thing that I mentioned on the other live, and I haven't mentioned it in videos yet or anything like that, is that I'm thinking pretty strongly about going ahead and doing a giveaway. And the giveaway would be a set of highway bars that did not necessarily fit my bike, but would fit pretty much any Honda Shadow. It just didn't fit the Ace for some reason. I don't know. It's something weird with the pegs. Somebody with a lot more knowledge than me could probably tell you more about that. But anyway, so if I can generate some interest on that and you guys are interested in doing that, then I definitely will set that up. Not quite sure how that's going to work just yet, but it's definitely a possibility. Like I said before, what happened with that was my wife had bought me a set of highway bars for Father's Day. And it says right on the box that they fit the Honda Shadow Ace 750 2003, which is what my bike is. And went to put them on, and they just didn't. They fit fine up on at the radiator bolt up at the top, but then as they came down around the side, they would not fit securely onto my existing peg mounts, foot peg mounts. So I had to get a different brand, and the company that I got them from was really, really good about, said, yeah, we'll send you a return label and we'll go ahead and ship you out another set that'll fit for sure. Well, they ended up shipping out the set before they got me the return label. I've contacted them, the company, like 3 or 4 times, getting crickets. So I've got an extra set around here, and I can't really use 2 sets of highway bars. So I'm thinking about doing some kind of a giveaway. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. Is this thing on? Hopefully you can hear me. So we'll give it a few minutes. We will give it a few minutes and see if possibly anybody hops on here. And since it is Saturday night, I think we ought to have a drink. Most of you probably know I don't drink alcohol, but I will have some of my favorite drink, which is Fanta Orange. Pour this while we're waiting. You can smell the orange. It's awesome. Guys, I don't know why, but see if I can show it to you properly. Orange Fanta is like my go-to soda. And I don't drink a lot of soda. Usually water and coffee are about all I drink. But when I have when I do have a drink, it's Orange Fanta. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always liked orange drinks. So, Tommy, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Tommy Harper's in the house. Tommy says, I'm sitting here eating Domino's pizza at home right now and drinking some good Pepsi. Tommy, there is no good Pepsi. Just saying. I don't like Pepsi. But if you do, it's fine. How you doing tonight, Tommy? Did you get a ride in this weekend yet? I have not eaten dinner yet. I think my wife's going to order some bourbon chicken, some Chinese. Tommy says, my son and I are going back out around 9 p.m. tonight to go riding around Rowlett and Rockwall. Yeah, it'll be a lot cooler. It'll be cooler then. Yeah, it will be a lot cooler then. That's great, man. That ride on that last video you saw, I got out there early, man. It was like 6:30 in the morning. But I was so glad I did because it was nice and cool. I think its temperature was like 76 degrees or something like that. So it was nice to get out there early or ride late, but riding like right now, well, 7 o'clock right now. So it probably wouldn't be too bad, but your bike running good, Tommy? Everything going good on it? I forget, did you just do a new upgrade on it or no? I got admonished by my wife. She watched the last live and she's like, people don't know what you're talking about when you just go, yeah, and start answering somebody. So I'm trying to be Mr. Professional here, cognizant of what you're typing and reading it back. So I don't know what I'm doing. This is like my second live I've ever done. So Tommy said, yeah, we just got back from riding about an hour and a half ago around Lake Layan. I can't see, dude. I'm getting too old. Hang on. I can see around, Lake Lavon, but it's pretty warm, too warm. So we're going to go back out tonight where it's a little cooler. Yeah. Hey, Tommy, by the way, I ordered a halogen bulb. No, I mean LED bulb. I'm going to get rid of the halogen. So for night riding, I guess from all the videos I've seen and everything everybody's been telling me, it makes a world of difference. Now, Lake Lavon, is that a big lake? Like, is it miles around it, or is that a nice camping spot, or is it just something that's real close by the house, or within a decent distance, I should say, of the house? It's always fun going out riding with family too. Oh, cool. So Tommy says that his bike's running good. He's got his Honda Shadow, and then he's also got a Suzuki Boulevard. Nice bike, man. Suzuki Boulevards are actually pretty nice bikes. And your son rides that one. Oh, that's cool, man. Everything's in perfect. I imagine it is. My bike's been running pretty good too, actually. No complaints. I did have something weird happen to it the other day, and I got real busy doing my lawn care gig, and I was actually not able to get on the bike for about a week. Didn't even start it. I was working and coming home and dying from the heat and getting plenty of sleep and then getting up and doing it all over again. Because we had a funeral, a death in the family. So I had to rearrange my schedule and double up a lot. Anyway, long story short, when I did go to start it to ride, it didn't want to start. And it was weird. I didn't think the carbs were plugged or anything like that. So I went and bought a new set of spark plugs for it and changed them out, and it fired right up. So I don't know if anything weird's going on with the engine or not, but um, typically spark plug changes and things like that are a one-time deal. Like I'll do them in the spring. Oil change. Well, I do oil change and fluid change and all that stuff, but and at that point I'll change out the spark plugs as well. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if you've ever had that happen where like the plugs were like fouled really bad. They were black, but it's been running fine ever since I did that. So, you know, it's like a really inexpensive fix to keep me going. I gotta shut this window. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta shut this blind. It's like blaring in my face. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. That's much better. So yeah, I took a ride out to Denton, Texas, from my house on Highway 377. I filmed some of it and put a video out on it, um, and that was a beautiful ride. Uh, even into the sunrise, it was just a gorgeous ride. It was nice, nice and cool. I can't tell you how good it felt to have nice, cool breeze hitting me as opposed to that hot blast of air. Tommy, I'm sure you're more than aware of that heat furnace of air we get in Texas. I don't know though. We complain when it's cold, or at least I do. Oh, it's cold. Then we complain when it's hot. I don't know. So I'm all set, man. I got fresh cup of coffee, fresh ice cold glass of Fanta orange. Good to go. Hey, Tommy, can you hear me okay? Am I coming through good? So, some updates that I'm going to do on the channel basically are just basically showing you guys a little bit more, like I said, of my longer rides where I'm actually going out to some of the lakes around here. My wife and I want to go visit a couple spots. We want to go to Canton. We want to go back up to Denton. There's a Italian bistro up there that's freaking awesome, and it's also a marketplace. And my wife is quite the foodie, so she loves to go up there because they have a market in there, and you can buy authentic Italian food and spices and stuff like that, and pastas and things like that. Plus, they have a great restaurant there, so we're going to do a little bit of that. I don't know. I did mention on my video possibly some camping, but man, guys, it is so freaking hot. The camping may not come until more into the fall. You know what I'm saying? I just, I don't know. We'll see. It's funny when I was in the military, I was in the infantry. So 9 times out of 10, most of my, I was in the Army. Most of my experience in the military was being out in the field. And it just really, for a long time, ruined me on camping. I was like, I'll never do this again. I slept outside in all kinds of conditions, snow, rain, you name it. And my idea of camping after that for a long, long time was just doing nothing more than a hotel room with an ice machine down the hall. You know what I'm saying? That was my idea of camping out for a long time. So getting back into it again. What's that? How many CCs is that Suzuki Boulevard, Tommy? Just curious. Well, I think we've been online, or I've been on live for about 16 minutes now, and I'm really not getting a whole huge response, and that's fine. A lot of people are busy. It's the weekend. They got other stuff to do than sit around and chat on the computer. I get it. So I'll probably end up ending this pretty quick here. But Tommy, I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do. So just to kind of recap, I guess, updates, more destination type videos, I guess is what I want to say. I did have a request for kind of a step-by-step instruction on installing the LED bulb on my motorcycle. Uh, so I'll film that once I get it, which I think it'll be in tomorrow. So it wasn't bad. It was $19 for the bulb, and Michael Ramirez is the one that recommended it to me. So, Michael, if you watch this later or if you pop in, thank you very much for the recommendation on that LED, the LED bulb. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in. I'll film that. So maybe a little bit more how-to videos. Give me some suggestions also, guys, on anything else you'd like to see me do. But just to actually get out a little bit more and a little bit more adventure than just going through the neighborhoods and stuff. It's easy to get complacent. I do a lot more riding than what I show on the channel. And I think that I probably need to show you guys a little bit more of the different riding I do. Hopefully you'll like it. So that's really the only content change I'm planning on doing or anything like that. Nothing, excuse me, nothing major as far as like any big, huge changes to the channel or anything like that. Right now, I believe I'm at like 742 subscribers. Let me take a look and see. And, 741. Sorry, 741 subscribers. So I think maybe when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll do the big giveaway, and just go ahead and give those highway bars out there. Nice bars. They weren't cheap, but I can't use them, and I figure if the company is not going to take them back, then somebody ought to use them, right? So also comment a question that I got, and I'm reading through some of the comments and stuff like that. I was asked, do I have a chain on the Shadow? Yes, I do. My Shadow is a 2003 Honda Shadow Ace. Ace stands for American Classic Edition, and it's a chain drive. It's not shaft or belt driven. And another thing that I actually might consider doing if I can generate enough interest, maybe just do a meet and ride type thing. Maybe plan some weekend where folks that live close by, if you'd like to get together and meet up and go have coffee and go for a ride somewhere, I think that'd be fun. Um, okay, good, Tommy. You can hear me. Okay. I don't know if this thing's really delayed or what. Um, Hang on a minute, Tommy. I can see your. So Tommy said your Suzuki Boulevard is that 805 cc as 50. What do you mean, Tommy? What year is that Suzuki Boulevard too? I don't know much about the Suzuki Boulevards. I just know they're real popular. Okay. So Tommy said that he's having trouble sending messages. He says he's sending me a lot of messages. I'm just not getting them. Let me take a look at something here. I don't want to end the stream, but let me see something here. Live reactions. It's not on slow mode. Live chat reply. And bear with me, guys. I'm brand new to this, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. Mr. Expert. Message delay. 60 seconds. Let's do this. Let me change this up. Customization details. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out here. Customization. Its slow mode is off. Oh, I see. Hang on. Let me do this. So let's do this. Save that. There we go. Okay, so I did have slow mode on. I'm such a genius. Sorry about that, guys. All right, Tommy, let me catch up. Let's see. Okay, Tommy, as you type them now, I should be able to see them a lot quicker. Hopefully. So, really, that like I said, that's going to be my updates for the channel. I'm really not going to change too much. I like the way the channel's going. I like the direction it's going in. Um, but I also wanted some input as far as, maybe you guys are missing something that you'd like to see more of, that I'm not doing. I'm just trying to improve the experience for everybody. Leaf, Leif Eckert. From New Zealand, right? Holy crap, what time is it there? How are you, sir? So Leif says weird. YouTube said it 18 hours. Just encourage you to get out. It's 10:25 a.m. in Australia. Well, at least you could join the the discussion this time, right? So if you say just encourage you to get out, so you just want to see longer rides. I actually do get out. I just don't show it. I don't know why. I'm just not like an expert with the camera and everything. And to be honest with you guys, honestly, it's more about the ride than it even is about filming the video. It's not, I'm not riding for the channel. So it's a mindset that I have to get into. It's not like it's a bunch of work or anything to film these rides. It's really not. It's just, I used to ride all the time without filming. And it's always been more about the ride. It's kind of selfish of me, I guess. I should show more. But I do get out a lot more than you guys see. I really do. That's, I probably get out more than I probably should. 10:25 a.m. in Australia. That's just crazy to me. It's like 7:25 here p.m. Life says kids riding it on the back. I don't have them trained up yet. My daughter is right now. I just got today. I just picked her. I just took her to her driving school for regular driver's license, and she's right now in the process of getting that. She's got her learner's permit, and this was her first time out on the interstate driving with an instructor today. So she's a little bit gun shy of the motorcycle, but I've talked to her about it, and I've actually had her on the bike, um, trying to teach her the friction zone. She's tall enough, and the bike's set low enough that she can flat foot it. So I'm not really too worried about her losing control of it. But I do probably need to get her back out there in the parking lot and get her trained up on it. I think that's important. There's a lot of people that badmouth that, people that ride motorcycles training their kids on how to ride motorcycles. Are you crazy? It's so dangerous. Whatever. So's driving a car. So's going shopping at a shopping mall. I mean, or going to school can be dangerous in this country anyway. So, plus, I've always been a firm believer that if you train them right, they're not going to have any problems. CMX, Leaf says CMX for a shorty boy will want Ninja. Hang on a minute. There's a stupid heart thing in the way. See, guys, I'm such a professional. Yeah. My son, my youngest son, who's 13, I swear, when he rides on the bike with me, as soon as and he's done it ever since he was probably, I've been putting him on the bike with me since he could hold himself up. So since he was 3 or 4, just hold on to daddy. Here we go. And it's every time I hit that accelerator, I roll on a little bit of power. He screams at the top of his lungs. He absolutely loves it. So yeah, he would probably be a little speed demon. Good thing none of us are, right? None of us would ever speed. No. So you guys got any questions for me? Anything I could answer? Now's the time. I'm trying to think if I went over everything. I'm going to do a giveaway for the highway bars. I'm going to film a lot more of my rides, my more long distance rides than I have been in the past. I don't know. You guys saw all the upgrades I've done on the bike. I guess I could repeat it again. I did buy a LED bulb, and I think that's going to be here tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and film putting it in. Please don't laugh at me too hard when I do film putting it in, because I'm, no expert. Wait a minute, Leaf. Leaf said he'll get a huge, meaning my boy, he'll get a huge kick out of passing the old man on a Ninja 400. I'm not going to let him pass me. Who are you talking to? I've got a 750. It's bigger than a 400. Yeah. No, he would get a big kick out of it. Showing up anytime he can show his old man up on anything, he gets a big kick out of it. So I get what you're saying. The 400 will smoke the shot. Yeah, I know. Well, it's because it's a Ninja. It's a sport bike, man. So, Leaf, are you telling me that your kid rides a 400 Ninja, a Ninja 400? Are you gonna tell me that you're one of those dangerous parents that allows their kids to ride a fast bike? That's just crazy. Yeah, city boy. Yeah, you're one of those, aren't you? Oh, so it's been passed down. That is so cool, Leaf. Leaf says all of his kids ride, and so did the father, meaning I imagine your father, and that is so cool. I think I mentioned in a video a while back or something like that that it is so cool when you have a whole family that have motorcycles as a part of their existence, as a part of their pastime, as a part of what they do, and it's just passed down from generation to generation like that. It's awesome. I saw a report that younger people are not riding motorcycles as much. And I'm sorry, I guess I'll get my mug out of the. I'm like this. um, but I saw a report that America, at least, is losing younger riders. I don't know if that's necessarily true because believe me, I see a ton of younger riders, at least here in Texas. Tommy, if you're still on, you can chime in on that one. But apparently, the whatever is not the XYZ generation, whatever that generation is now, is more into staying at home and playing on the computer as opposed to getting out and riding. And to a certain extent, I believe that's probably true, but it's pretty sad. I know it's true with my son. To be honest with you, we have a hard time getting him off of his computer to go out and do anything. He's just all about games and stuff like that. But so I have to limit him. I limit his internet. Otherwise, he'd be on it all the time, 24/7. But I hugely respect that if all your kids know how to ride, and it's been passed down, and it's a tradition in your family that you're passing down. I hugely respect that, man. I think that's awesome. Project bike with him, more content. Who are you talking to? Me? Like I should do a project bike with my son? Or you are doing a project bike life with your son, your kid? Like what's your weather like right now? Is it pretty warm over there in Australia? Or is it pretty nice? So they said, yeah, just a 250 cruiser. Surely heaps of cheap as a Virago 250. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're doing a project. That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. Winter, low. Okay, so if it's winter in Australia, low 20s Celsius. So is that like, what is that, 30s Fahrenheit, 40s Fahrenheit, something like that? I could look it up. I'm going to look it up because I like to cheat. So you're, Leif, you're doing a 750 V4 Magna 1983. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so 20 Celsius equals 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Man, that's perfect riding weather for me. So that 84 Magna or 83 Magna, where did you get that from? Was that a private owner you bought it from? So you said, Leif, you said that you got the motor turning, you got to clean the fuel lines and tanks, some leads, and get ready to try to start it. So it was a kind of rough shape when you bought it. Must have been cheap, hopefully. Have you had to spend a lot of money in parts? I'll bet you that thing will really get up and go, Leif, once you get that thing running. 83 Magna. What color is it? Drinking. Fanta orange. Soda pop. So if you got it from a deceased estate auctioneer. Oh, a dusty barn find. Very cool. Parts are all USA and parts. I gotta put my glasses on. So it was Leif, you got it from a deceased estate. It was a barn find. Parts are all USA, and the parts aren't hurting. The postage does, though. Red flame, and the other one's black. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll bet you it's very expensive to ship stuff from the US out there. See, we don't know how good we got it here in the US when we can order parts and stuff like that, and it doesn't cost us hardly anything. We complain, excuse me, we're going to complain if it's a couple bucks, to $15 for $15 US dollars for shipping. I can't imagine what shipping would be on a heavy piece of machinery to Australia. So we have no reason to bitch or complain here. So the paint, even though it was a barn find, dusty barn find, Leif, so the paint looks good on it and everything, or are you going to have to do anything with the cosmetics of the bikes? Dropping crap everywhere. Sorry. Leif, $50 for postage on a gasket? Yeah, we have. Woo. Yeah, we have no reason to complain here in the U.S. A gasket doesn't weigh nothing. Wow. Plus, it probably takes it a lot longer to get there than it would for us, right? That gasket probably took you a month to get it, or are they pretty fast? So the flame one needs repaint. I'll find the original paint code, Leif said. So is that, can you find the paint code? Is that like in the VIN? I remember watching something about that. So you get it in, okay, so shipping time for you in Australia is under a month. Is that good? We complain if it's going to take 2 days. Give you an example. I ordered the LED bulb for the shadow yesterday, and it's going to be here tomorrow. And I think shipping was $5, $5.12, something like that. And I remember actually thinking that's kind of high. I don't even know what I'm talking about when it comes to that, because obviously you pay a lot more. Okay, so you can find the original paint code on the left side on the fork knuckle or the frame. Okay. See, I thought it was in the VIN somewhere. I don't know. Oh, okay. Leif, the VIN is on the right side. Yeah. Okay. So, Leif, do you have a? Are you going to have to get that painted, or are you going to actually do the painting yourself? Do you have like a paint shop? Because I saw your pictures that you sent the last time I did a subscriber bike photos episode, and your paint jobs are beautiful on your bikes. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you also have a side by side or something like that. Sounds like quite the project. I wonder how long it's going to take you to get all that done. I mean, is that something that you can do pretty quickly, or You look at it. Is it a long project or do you even care? You're just going to do it. Yeah, speaking of paint jobs, I heard somebody complaining about Honda's fit and finish on their motorcycles. And I also have a question for everybody or folks that are on. Do you guys even like the new Honda Shadow Phantom? Because I really don't. I don't know what they've done to it. The front forks look horrible. I hate that accordion rubber look on the front forks. And I know it probably, I guess I'm thinking of the scrambler and stuff like that as well. Um, I know that it's designed to look more off road and stuff like that, but I hate that look. It's not for me. So back to the paint. Leif said backyard. It just got a 2 tank or a 2K tank for fuel. Got a black shadow. Takes what it takes. Re-go restore later. Could not do nut and bolt restore. Okay. So when you got that bike, let's like the Magna, right? You bought that with the understanding that you're going to have to do some work on it, obviously, right? But back to the new Shadows. I don't like them that much. I don't know what it is about them that I really don't like. I mean, they've added some features and stuff that I like ABS is on them now. I believe they're all shaft driven, which is good. I guess. I don't know. I think the chain's a little bit more powerful. Chain driven's a little bit more power, but shaft driven, less maintenance, less things to worry about, and disc brakes and stuff like that. But I just don't like the look of them. But somebody was complaining that Honda's fit and finish isn't very good. And I've looked at some of the newer bikes, and the fit and finish on them looks fine to me. But I guess the best fit and finish out there is Harley Davidson. That's what I hear anyway. Okay. 2K clear coat. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, something to tinker with. That's cool. I don't know. Any opinions out there on that? Like the fit and finish? I think the Honda fit and finish is just fine. I heard somebody complaining about the Gold Wings, saying uh, that their fit and finishes could be a lot better for the price that you're paying. South Oz Shadow Rider, how you doing, buddy? Yes, South Oz Shadow Rider. I am very, very glad that you caught this live. What's up? How you doing, man? Drinking orange soda. Party's getting started now. Hey, South Oz, I saw those bags. I left a comment. Well, I can't leave a comment on your videos. I don't know why. It says that comments are turned off, but I wanted to let you know that I saw those bags you bought for your shadow, and they look great. really nice. Those saddlebags. What did okay, South Oz? What did the wife get? You said cleaning the wife's bike, new bike. What'd she get? And that's so awesome. She wants to ride, not only ride with you, but she wants to ride. That's awesome. But I did, South Oz, I did try to comment on your video. Couldn't. Yeah, partner in crime, South Oz. Absolutely. Hey, if you got to have a partner in crime, it might as well be your wife. So South Oz says that his wife, got a sparkling Suzuki S40. It's 8 years old with 1,500 miles on the clock. Nice. What color? Are you guys going to race? You're going to race her, aren't you? You get out there and see who wins. Hey, South Oz, does she know how to ride pretty well, or are you teaching her to ride? I just think it's awesome when our wives want to share that with us. Makes life really fun. I really do have to find something that's going to be a little bit more comfortable for my wife, though. I really do. Got to get something a little bit bigger. And I've talked about this before, bigger displacement for longer highway miles and stuff like that. Okay. South Oz says that, yeah, I have to fix the comment section. The bike is ruby red and she's being taught by me. And you guys over in Australia got great riding weather right now. I mean, I don't know what if you're getting a lot of rain or whatever, but the temperature seems pretty good. Of course, the temperature always seems good when it's on average about 104 to, well, they have the heat index, which is the humidity and everything else in the air down here in Texas. Um, so with the heat index, it's usually about 111 to 116 degrees. Tommy, I don't know if you're still on here, Tommy Harper was on here earlier, and we were talking about that. That's best to ride early morning or into the evening. And that's another thing that prompted me to go ahead and get the LED bulb and finally replace that old halogen bulb I have in mine because I can't see. So South Oz says I rode the bike home. So her new bike, you rode it home 70 miles. And in my eyes, I guess your opinion, it's almost perfect for a new rider. It's cold there, but spring through summer there is perfect. Yeah. And in most of the U.S., honestly, I live in the South, obviously, Texas. In the southern part of the U.S., it's pretty warm. I think actually all of the U.S. right now is in a heat wave. It's really hurting my business. I My lawn care business is kind of suffering. I've already had couple customers going, well, my grass really isn't growing. I don't need you to come cut it. So that hurts business when that happens. Last summer, we went, I want to say 90 some consecutive days without rain. And the way the seasons work here in Texas is we don't see any cooler temperatures really until probably November, late October into mid November, like around our Thanksgiving time. And then it stays moderately cold, 30, 40 degrees. In my part of Texas, I live in the northern part of Texas. But then as soon as we don't really get a spring and we don't really get a fall at all, it just jumps from cold to hot to cold again. We don't really have too much in between. If we do, it's rare and it only lasts a couple of weeks, and then we're right either into the heat or we're into the cold. But we don't get a lot of snow here. So pretty much with the right gear, we can ride year round. So I can't complain. I mean, there's folks that live up north, like in New York and Chicago and in the Midwest regions where they just get hammered with tons of snow and ice on the road and stuff like that. So a lot of the Michigan, places like that, those poor folks, man, they got to garage their bikes for sometimes 5, 6 months. So we don't have to worry about that down here in Texas. And it sounds like in Australia, you guys don't have to worry about it either, which is cool. More riding time, right? So South Oz, is she thrilled with the bike? I bet she is. Teach her right now. Don't teach her speeding. That'll come natural. South Oz, you do a lot of camping too, don't you? Like motorcycle camping, stuff like that. So yeah, um, I guess that's really all I got. Um, if you missed the updates, I'm going to be showing a little bit more of my longer motorcycle journeys. It's too hot to camp right now, to be honest with you. Down here it is. I mean, it'd be different if we had like California weather where it gets hot during the day and then it drops down in the 50s at night. But here, it only cools off to like the high 80s or 90s, and the humidity is really, really bad. And I want to do some bike camping too. My wife's all down for it as well. She really wants to get out there and do that. It's just too hot right now here, anyway. I mean, if I had an RV um, where I could, what do they call it, a toy hauler, where I could bring the bike along with me and sleep with some AC, that'd be a different story. And I know you can probably get those portable air conditioners and stuff like that where you can sleep a little bit more comfortable, but monetarily, that's not going to work for me. We're not rich people. We're not poor, but we're not rich either. But we're rich with motorcycles, right? At least I am. Yeah, but camping is, and honestly, around here, there's plenty of lakes. We have a lot of big lakes and stuff like that. And so there's swimming to keep yourself cool and stuff like that. But most folks that are really into the camping around here have an RV, or they may rent a cabin that has air conditioning, or, something to keep them cool at night. I can't sleep when it's 90 degrees and high humidity and all that. It just doesn't work for me. Too old, I guess. But like I was saying earlier, I was ruined on camping after my little stint I did after my stint in the military, and said I'd never camp again. But I think I'm going to get back into it again because it is fun. So, like I was saying, gonna do more longer rides and start. I do longer rides anyway. I just don't film them. So I'm gonna start filming more of my longer rides, a little bit more of it in my adventures. Try to give you guys a little bit more of a better view than just the neighborhoods around where I live and stuff like that. Going out to some lakes and stuff like that. I've got a video shot in the can already that I still have to edit, where I went out to the lakes and rode around and stuff like that. Just break it up a little bit. Um, and I'm going to be doing, I believe, probably when I get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm not really too far from it. I have checked it was 741 subscribers or something like that, so I'm not too far away. And probably wait till I get to 1,000. I have an extra set of highway bars that I'm going to go ahead and probably do a giveaway. It'll just be a random giveaway, or I'll think of something fun to do for the giveaway. I'm going to do a video on my light install because I got a request. Somebody wanted to see kind of a step-by-step on doing a LED light install, headlamp install, which I'm going to do. So South Oz asked me how I'm liking those highway bars. Dude, I love those highway bars. Those highway bars are a game changer for me. As soon as I put those highway pegs on it as well, and granted, they're not the most expensive highway pegs, but they work just fine. There's another frequent commenter on my channel. His name is Road Rash. And he told me, he said, once you put those on, you'll never want to go back to anything else. You're going to always want to be putting your feet up. And he's absolutely right. As soon as I get out of traffic where I have to kind of be on the brake and, upshifting, downshifting, all that stuff, using the foot controls a lot, where I can just cruise for a while, I put my feet up and I just go. It is so comfortable. I love them. I don't know why I didn't get them years and years ago, because they're awesome. Absolutely love them. And that's why I've got an extra set. You guys probably seen the video. You're looking at some for your arrow. Okay. South Oz says he's looking for some highway bars for his arrows. Tommy, are you talking about, can I read your comment, your text? I see this one, Tommy. It's the first time I've seen a comment from you on here in a little while. I thought maybe you'd left. Or are you talking about, did you text me or something? Leif says a 400 Shadow or light learner cruiser. Your son or daughter, Bill. Yeah. Okay, I get you. Tommy Harper says, yeah, I come in earlier to everything that you weren't receiving them. I don't know what's up. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't think you'd left, but yeah, the comments just stopped. I thought maybe you said, "Screw his life. I'm going out and ride," which I wouldn't blame you. Hell, I'd ditch my own life to go ride. No, I'm getting your messages now, Tommy. Um, so if you want to resend what you said, I'll be more than happy to respond. I'm sorry, I just didn't see them, Tommy. So I'm seeing them now. I'm seeing your comments now. So anybody do any really exciting rides or anything they want to share? Anything awesome? Nobody's laid their bike down or anything, have they? Everybody's been safe. You know me, Safety Sally. Okay, Tommy. So yeah, so the Suzuki is a 805 cc. Okay, nice. That gets up and goes, doesn't it? Is the Boulevard a very heavy bike, or is it about like the Shadow? I don't know much about Suzuki's at all. I guess because I kind of fell into the stereotype about Suzuki's, where most people um, talk more about, their. I just drew a blank. Um, Crotch rocket type motorcycles, and I don't follow those near as close as I do cruisers and a ADVs and adventure bikes and touring bikes. Tommy, that'd be great, man. I would love to go riding. You know what's funny, guys? Actually, one of my customers, my lawn care customers, is a subscriber on the channel, and he was talking about going out and riding. I went over to mow his yard, um, and he had a Honda Shadow parked in the driveway that he was working on. So we get to talking about it, and but yeah, I'd love to maybe get together and go for a ride sometime. So the Boulevard weighs. Tommy says that the Suzuki Boulevard weighs 473 pounds. Cool. JT's in the house. Hi, JT. How are you, sir? What is up, JT? I know you don't live far away either, Tommy. Oh, okay, JT. I'm sorry. Yeah. Wait a minute. Are you in Bedford or the mid cities? JT says I'm the one with the shadow down the road. How far down the road? Tommy says my shadow's 564 pounds. Isn't that about the regular weight for most shadows? Wet, full tank of gas. Oh, JT, I apologize. I know who you are now. It still broke down. Yes, JT, I did mention you. It still broke down. I thought you got it fixed. Yeah, I know. JT is one of my lawn customers, and he also owns a awesome tinting business. And we worked out a deal where he tinted the passenger and the driver's side window on my truck. Did an excellent job. Leif says group ride. Yeah. I'm not really huge on group rides, but it would be fun. It would be a blast. So, Tommy, you're just over off George Bush and 78 going into Lavon. Okay. Okay. I know where you're at. You're not far away at all, Tommy. Egghead Rocks is in the house. Mr. Egghead or Eggs. How you doing, sir? Good to see you or read you. South Oz says, how is the used shadow market in the USA? It's alive and thriving, actually. Man, if you go on Facebook, there's hundreds of them. The used market is real strong in the US for shadows. JT says JT had an issue with his shadow. I believe it's an arrow, right, JT? He said they fixed it, but the next day it was shuttering again and it won't stay running. Are you still getting, what was it? You were getting fuel in your carbs, or not in your carbs, but fuel in your foul in your plugs or something like that? What was the problem, JT? Michael Ramirez, what's going on? Happy Saturday to you, sir. Yeah, it's an arrow. See, I thought you had the thing running because it was all put together last time I was there. Yes, I was checking out your bike, JT. I was checking out your bike. It's sweet. I like it. Okay, so JT said it's a fuel air mixture issue. I thought that guy fixed it for you, though. Apparently not, huh? So it won't idle, JT? Egghead Rock says he just got back from a rain ride. Was that a planned rain ride? Rain rides are actually, where I live, are kind of nice. Cools you off. Egghead. Michael Ramirez, what's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. I read that one already. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. You guys are flying on these comments now. Egghead Rock wants to know, JT, what's the last thing you changed before this started happening? Oh, Egghead, I'll bet you looked at the weather and said it's going to rain. So I'm going to go for a ride and then I'm going to film it. I bet you that's what you did. So JT says it's definitely a carb issue. I have to hold on the gas to keep it running, and it sputters and idles terrible. Anybody got suggestions for JT on that? JT, did you have the carbs cleaned? Yeah, Eggs, I do know you. You'd go chasing storms. You'd be like, tornado, let's go. Leif says, I wonder if it's a stuck choke. Have you checked that, JT? Then South Oz says it's a jetting issue, perhaps. Yes, Eggs, you're right. That's what I was saying, man. When it's in the hundreds and stuff like that, you almost wish for a rain shower. I mean, not a downpour and hail and stuff, though you might. But a nice shower is always a good thing. Cools you off. Yeah, free bike wash. That's true. That's true. JT says, yes, cleaned. I believe something's not adjusted correctly or something, and the choke is good. Hmm. Yeah, because something, JT, something is interrupting that fuel. So it might be a jetting issue. I know when I had carburetor problems on mine, um, my sister-in-law's boyfriend took it, and he had actually dental cleaning tools he took to mine and cleaned out everything. He had it for like 2 weeks, but I've never had a carburetor problem since. I wonder, JT, did that sit for a long time with old fuel in it or something in the line? Brent. Hello, Brent. Brent Feller says idle circuit is the problem. Lots of great suggestions, man. You guys are awesome. Trying to help brother out. Nothing sucks worse than when your bike doesn't run right and all you want to do is ride. South Oz says he got caught up in a hailstorm recently. Woo! Ouch. Yes, Egghead, you're right. The Honda carburetors are great, but they are finicky. Like I said, my sister in law's boyfriend had mine for 2 weeks, and he finally got it going, but it was a mess. JT says it's a 2005, so it's old. No, I mean, like when you picked up the bike, did it sit for a long time with fuel in it? JT? Michael Ramirez says give it a bunch of seafoam and go for a long rip on it. See if that cleans it out. You paid 3,000 for yours, JT? For yours? How many miles are on that, JT? How many miles are on the bike? How many miles were on it when you bought it? Not more than a few months, JT says, for the fuel. And he also emptied the tank. I get that. So, and it only had, JT said when he bought it, it only had about 20,000 miles on it. South Oz asked, does anyone use a fuel additive to clean carbs? Man, it doesn't matter. Mine's an 03 and it should be running fine, JT. Egghead Rock says that his bike is older too, and he wouldn't buy a newer. Excuse me, I need to have my glasses on when I'm doing this. So Egg says mine is old too, that he won't buy a new Shadow for that money, and might as well go for a nice bigger tour. I agree, Eggs. I agree 100%. I was just saying earlier, I think before you got on, that I don't really care for the new Shadow Phantom all that much. I don't like the look. I don't know what they've done to it. They've changed it up somehow. I much prefer the bikes that we have. So Leif said a new fuel pump can force fuel past the float. Float could be damaged. Does it feel like over fuel at idle or starving? So does it feel like it's flooding or it's starving for gas, JT? Yeah, that's frustrating, JT. It really is. JT said she'll use 3K as a down payment on a new one. Yeah, Egghead says that the Phantoms were the new cool kid when they first rolled out, but now they are just as done to death as the Black Harleys. I agree. And Leaf says that tinkering's half the fun and the reward is when it's fixed. I agree with that too. JT, I think honestly, if you can diagnose and get the problem fixed, you'll really love the bike. But it's frustrating, man. I agree. I'd be frustrated too. That's a lot of money to drop on a bike. You expect it to work or hope it works. So South Oz says Great Shadow finished around 2010, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too, South Oz. JT, so it was running when you first got it. So Michael says it was running fine before you'll be able to get it running again. It won't be too much money, and you have the title, not a bike payment. That's a good point. Yeah, Egghead, I agree about the Honda, the 2023 Honda. I looked at it, I was all excited to see it, and when I looked at it, I was like, not impressed. It's just like what is that? The Rebel, Honda Rebel 1100. Not impressed. I don't know why. The VTX, yes. Egghead says, bring back the VTX platform. Yes. Why in the world did Honda ever stop making the VTX? Does anybody know? Because it pisses me off. Yeah, it might just be something in the jet. Michael Ramirez said maybe just a speck of something in the jet that's causing it. It doesn't take much. They're real finicky. That's why when I got mine cleaned, my sister-in-law's boyfriend said, "Yeah," he said, "I take this real thin, fine dental tools," and he went and he cleaned out the jets to make sure they were sparkling clean. JT likes the Rebels. Okay, hey man, each their own. I They look okay to me, and the price really isn't that bad for the Rebel. And I know that there's quite a few people that like them. So I guess I'm not really bad mouthing it, but me personally, maybe I'm just old and old school. I like that older platform, man. Leif says yes. Idle, jet, or float. Okay. Tommy, you leaving? All right, Tommy. Go right. Hey, man, be safe. Thank you very much, Tommy Harper, for stopping by. And hey, keep me posted, man. If you ever want to go for a ride, you're really close by. Let me know. What is this? It's a rebel rebellion. Everybody likes the rebels, except for me. I didn't say I hate them. They just don't. I mean, okay. I've got a Rebel 1100 sitting there. And I got a VTX 1800 sitting there. Which one do I choose? Just saying. I will say I like the Rebels better than the Iron 883s. I'm going to get in trouble bashing Harleys. Egghead said instead of the Rebel 1100 Tourer model, they could have done up a proper bagger with the VTX bikes instead. I rest my case. Man, for the money, I'll pick up a VTX 1800 all day long, or Triumph Thunderbird. What are those 1600s? Triumphs? Sweet bikes. Love them. South Oz Rider says a live chat from a ride would be awesome. I don't know how to do that. I have to do that like on my phone or something. Now the Royal Enfield, Leaf is talking about the Royal Enfield 650. Says it's okay, but it needs a touch more power. I don't know anything about Royal Enfields. I've heard good things and bad things. But there's a shop locally that had a VTX 1800. Um, and I stopped by to take a look at it. It was one of those smaller shops. It wasn't a big Honda dealership or anything. And stopped by to take a look at it. And it had a fairing on it and everything. And it looked pretty sharp, at least from the road till I got up to it. But it was beat up pretty bad. And this place wanted, it was like kind of a tote the note motorcycle place. And they wanted like $8,000 for this thing. And it was I believe a '05 VTX 1800 C, which I believe is custom. So I can't drop that kind of money. Not when I see VTX 1800s all day long on Facebook Marketplace for like $4. Egghead Rock says these days I wouldn't be surprised if the companies are collaborating. They all have niche bikes out. Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Well, I think one waits for the other one to put something out. But I still don't understand why Honda canceled the VTX. I mean, why get rid of a perfectly awesome, powerful V twin like that? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, yeah, the idea for me, honestly, is either go full in luxury, lazy boy recliner motorcycle like a Goldwing, an older Goldwing, or I also like the Kawasaki Vulcan Voyager a lot, um, or a VTX and dress it up. Moto Alley. Welcome. Moto Ali asks me, I think you're asking me, any future plans for my shadow? Um, I'm not going to do too many more changes on it as far as like turning it into a like a mini bagger or anything like that. I am going to put floorboards on it. I'm going to get rid of all the halogen lights and put LEDs. And I'm also going to get a tail bag for it, but I'm keeping my soft bags. Saddleman soft bags are awesome. Love them. They're just throwovers, but I think it suits, for me anyway, it suits the bike. I'm not going to do a fairing. I thought about doing a Batwing fairing or, in a Memphis shades, windscreen, and all that stuff on it. I've just decided against it. I'm going to keep it as old school. And then when I get the bigger bike, um, then do some changing where the changing is needed, depending on what I get. Right here, South Oz. South Oz asked me if there's any Triumph Thunderbird fans. Right here. Love them. Love them. What are those? Like a 1600, I think, on the Triumphs? They're sweet. Triumph makes some good motorcycles. They really do. But Moto Alley, to completely answer your question, that's about all I'm really going to do on it. I'm going to keep it pretty much looking the way it is now. I'm not going to do any major changes. And I'll say it again. I'm not blacking anything out. I'm not crazy about the blacked out look. Not as, I know that a lot of people are, but I'm not. No, Egghead, you're right. Egghead said the problem is that nobody's coming off their Thunderbirds. No, they're keeping them. And can you blame them? Beautiful bikes. I'd say if you see a good deal on a Thunderbird, jump on it. Yeah, South Oz, I agree. The Thunderbird 1600, the Commander, and the Storm 1700 are all great bikes. They are. So Moto Alley says if it comes blacked out, you're okay with it? Yeah. And you also like just minimum chrome on it? I agree with you that there's a lot of people that like that. Personally, myself, I'm all for chrome. I guess I'm old school. I played with the idea of actually, because you can get those highway bars blacked out. I played with that idea and went chrome. Then, I had to make sure that when I got the highway bar pegs, they were chromed. So I'm a chrome baby. I love chrome. Chrome and black, man. Just something about it. But to each their own. Everybody's got their own likes. I think though on the next bike I get, it probably will not be. It'll be chrome, but it probably won't be black. Probably gonna go maybe for a deep red color, something like that. Man, those Thunderbirds are sweet though. You guys are right. I don't hear anybody complaining about their Thunderbirds. South Oz says, I love the chrome. Adding bags and other accessories can tone it down. Yeah, it can. Unless you get chrome bags. Just kidding. Candy apple red. Yes. Moto Alley. Candy apple. Angela Sparks. Hey, Angela, how are you? Says this may have been answered already, but do you have any long rides planned? Yes, I do. That's one of the things I was mentioning earlier. You just dropped in. You probably missed it. That I'm going to be doing some longer rides on the channel, so you guys will be seeing more of that real soon. Good, Leif. That sounds nice, man. Well, Angela, thanks. I look forward to. Angela said, "Cool. Look forward to the videos." I appreciate you watching, and I do longer rides, like I was explaining earlier. I just don't film them, but that's about to change because there's been quite a demand. A lot of people are like, I'm tired of seeing your neighborhood, secondary roads. I want to see you go someplace and do some things. So that's coming. Egghead said that the tour bikes, that they're so dang big. Yeah, they are. For parking lot maneuvering and stuff like that, they're big, they're heavy, turn ratio, all that stuff. I mean, a big touring bike like that, honestly, is going to be exactly what it's for. It's not going to be for a lot of in-town stuff, going shopping or, whatever, cruising around and going to restaurants and stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. Touring bike's going to be for those really long rides where comfort, displacement, all those things that I need to make it comfortable and make it enjoyable for my bride as well. Yeah, but for like running up to the grocery store to get some milk and eggs or something like that, I ain't taking the touring bike. Oh, you're talking about the newer ones. Egghead says he's talking about the newer touring bikes, like 2010 year and up. Angela says that she doesn't want one of those, but she wants bags and no automatic. They are terrible at low speeds. Are they? So, Angela, when you say bags, are you talking about you want a full dresser tour pack? Is what you're talking about, or just saddlebags? All right, South Oz, you're bailing. You're bailing on us. Thanks for stopping by, man. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one, South Oz. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Keep them videos coming. They're great. Check out South Oz Shadow Rider. South Oz Shadow Rider. I think I've had a little too much soda. I'm just kidding. Check out South Oz Shadow Rider. If I can't talk today, he's got a channel. Check it out. He does some awesome videos. Angela says, I want a showdown with Seattle Bags. Not a showdown. I heard those showdowns are pretty nice, Angela. Just giving you a hard time. Shadow. Yeah. She wants a shadow. Well, you're in the right place for shadows, let me tell you. And even though JT's having some problems with his right now, I still highly recommend them. Yeah, Leif, check him out. Great channel. Angela, spell check. No, I knew what you wanted. I just said it because I wanted to, you know, try to be funny. Sorry. Egghead says, no matter what bike I get next summer, I'll never have not have a shadow. Yeah, I agree. I always have mine. It ain't going nowhere. Angela says, let me try this again. A shadow and Seattle bags. Gotcha. Nice. Cool, Liv. I'm sure he appreciates it. I know what you mean. You mean saddlebags. I get you, Angela. Just giving you a hard time. You want a shadow with saddlebags, not Seattle bags. I understand. Leif, are you talking about South Oz's bike? Yes, Angela, I saved you. Even without my glasses. I was going, she's going to figure out. I keep saying Seattle bag long enough. She's going to figure it out. Just giving you a hard time. We're all friends here. Even if we can't spell. Just kidding. Yeah. I'm a smartass sometimes. I apologize. Just ask my wife. Whew. She needs a lot of patience with me a lot of times. Love you too, Angela. I was like, where do you get Seattle bags? In Washington? Viking bags are nice. I'm sold on Saddleman. Price is right. They're a great company. They actually got in touch with me. Left a comment on one of my videos. Like I'm some big, I don't know, shade tree surgeon or something like that. Going, we hope you enjoy your Saddleman product. Angela says that her husband says that she's crazy. I wouldn't say you're crazy, Angela. I just would say you can't spell. Just kidding. Leave Angela alone. Yeah, his Viking saddlebag video is awesome. I love his bags on there, and there's nothing wrong with Viking at all. Viking's great. Your iPhone rules, and you follow. That's technology, right, Angela? I'll tell you what, Leif. South Oz has taken that bike, and I mean, it was already a beautiful bike in my opinion, anyway. But the stuff that he's added to it, it's very tasteful and just looks great. And I think it's also um, a lot of what's the word, utility. I mean, it makes sense. It's common sense stuff, and what's the word I'm looking for? Like it works well and it looks good is what I'm trying to say on his bike. Egged says that those Viking bags are great. They hold 3 times as much as they look like they would hold. Yeah, I agree. I looked at them. You're going to Stubbs Motorcycle. Angela's going to Stubbs Motorcycles looking for a good used bike. Yeah. Stubbs. We're Stubbs. Leif says I have issues with front tire wear. Sore neck on long rides. Is your helmet too heavy? Okay, Angela, it's in Houston. Angela, you said you used to ride and you're just getting back into it. Is that correct? Sometimes I get a little bit of sore neck too, but it's just because I have such a fat head. Leif, it takes a lot to hold this noggin up. That's a good idea. Angela says that she's going to go used first because she's just getting back into it, and then she's going to ride for about a year and then trade up. Good plan, Angela. Leif said that he thinks that the COVID vaccine screwed him or the wind on the bike. Yeah, it could be the wind. Seriously, in all seriousness, um, especially on long rides, man, that wind can kick your butt if it's buffeting the top of your helmet too bad. That's why everybody makes fun of my windscreen. Everybody makes fun of it, but it's perfect for me. I mean, it's not like I have total wind protection, like I'm on a gold wing or something. Could like hold a candle up or whatever and it wouldn't blow out. But um, it's not that well protected. But that windscreen for my height, I'm 5'9.5", almost 5'10", is perfect for me. And that comfort to me is so important that I really don't care. Call it an old man windscreen. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, Leif, good point. I go 100% used and less care given if you drop it. Interesting point. Man, I if you guys saw that video where I dropped my bike, I was so embarrassed. And it was so stupid. Just wasn't thinking. And then when my daughter ran out and tried to help me pick it up, all the neighbors were watching. I dropped it right at the end of my driveway. I was like, yeah, Mr. Professional dropping his motorcycle. But man, when you drop your bike, I mean, and it happens, but it's so embarrassing. And then at least for me, I'm always really mad at myself afterwards. Like, what did I do? Leif says, okay, now I want South Oz's windscreen. Yeah. Yep. Telling you, man. If South Oz was giving that back away, I'd be in the running. So Angela says she dumped a Honda scooter in front of a bunch of bikers once. Talk about embarrassing. And they like my scooter too. Hey, I like Honda scooters, man. I like scooters. But they give you a hard time. I'll bet they did. It's so embarrassing when you do something like that. But everybody's done it. And if you haven't dropped it, you will. Egghead said he dropped his Harley trying to look cool and rev. Stall. Egghead. Egghead said, nah, I dropped my Harley trying to look cool and rev. Stalled and then dropped it in front of everyone at the Walmart. Oh, I'm laughing, Egghead, because that's something I would do. Tahoe's awesome. Angela, I would love to take a bike ride to Tahoe. Beautiful out there. Plus the weather in California. Say what you will about California, but the weather is impeccable. Oh, so how cool were you then after you did that, Egghead? I'm sorry. I'm giving everybody a hard time like I'm Mr. Professional here, and believe me, I'm not. Egghead said it was in front of a Walmart. People, wife is listening. It was girls. Shh. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha, Egghead. Leif says twice dropped for me. Thought the stand was down. That's very common, but it wasn't. Kids Ninja went to turn into my street, but took it too sharp on the shadow and pegged out, lifted the back wheel. Ooh, how fast are you going, Leif? Man, scooters are awesome. They're a little expensive for me, but they're nice. I'd love to get a little scooter. You know, riding around. It'd be awesome. So Egghead says I've dropped bikes just backing out of the garage. It happens, and I don't feel bad anymore. Yeah, it does happen. We try to avoid it, but it happens. Like I said, stopped almost, just bad coming off the Ninja, then on a Shadow. Oh, was that like the same day you dropped both, Leif? I'm laughing because it's so embarrassing um, to drop them, but like Egghead said, I mean, it happens. Angela says I believe you're talking about your scooter was 3,000 brand new, sparkly red luggage box on the back. Also rode a 500 Suzuki. Cool. Egghead says, talking about dropping bikes. Egghead says it goes from embarrassing to becoming. Was that a scratch or a crackling sound? No. Yeah, I get it. Well, for me, it goes from embarrassing to just being pissed off at myself because I'm not thinking. But you know what? We're human. It's going to happen. Then later on, we look at it and go, well, when I dropped my bike, this last time, I've dropped mine twice. And the first time was outside of a restaurant with my wife. We'd gone to get a sandwich. I'd picked her up from her job. This is before can I say it, pandemic. And I went and picked her up at her office, and we went out and got a sandwich for lunch. And it was really crowded. And I was parked kind of in front of the restaurant, and it was on an incline. And when I kicked the kickstand back to get it up, I overcorrected, and I didn't drop it all the way down, but I was like, oh no, no, one of those deals. And then I picked it back up, and my wife was like, well, that was smooth. I was like, thanks. I'm a professional. Second time though was rolling out of the garage, rolling out of the driveway, trying to get turned around to go for a ride. My daughter was going to go for a ride for me, and I actually had my hard shell bags on it at that time. If you guys go back and look, you'll see the hard shell bags I used to have on it. scratched the crap out of the, was it the right side bag? Pretty bad. So I was pissed. Yeah. Egghead said that he's had both slow drop and accident or a wreck. Take drop anytime, yeah. Over an accident? Heck yeah. Egghead says, you think dropping your bike is embarrassing? Try getting your pants cut off in the ER. Yeah, well, they I'd rather not experience that if I can help it. Get my pants cut off in the ER. But yeah, dropping your bike is never fun. That's why I did that mention about don't get my safety Sally thing started here. But talking about accidents and stuff, what happened to that actor, was it Treat Williams? I think I was shocked. Pulled right out in front of him, and the person that pulled right out in front of him, that he T-boned, he knew him. They were friends. Brent. Talking about getting his pants cut off. Brent says the nurses all gathered round and stared in amazement at the joy they had found. You guys, I'll tell you what. Angela. Everybody's a comedian. Oh, is that a George Thorogood song? Brent says it's a George Thorogood song. I thought it was funny. Egghead said that it was a highway wreck at over 70 miles an hour. Uh, just t-shirt and jeans. But God let me get up and walk away with one tiny cut and no road rash. Wow. Angela meant Angela, you're gonna get yourself in trouble with that spell check thing, I'm telling you. The door just opened behind me and my dog came in. Chester. Come here. Let's say hi to everybody. Oh, this is my baby. Yes, Angela, your short-lived texting career. I don't know why I'm giving you such a hard time. I apologize. He's finally being happy. This dog here is finally happy with me again. He was mad. I had to give him a bath earlier. I just wonder how he opened the door. Just kidding. I think my wife let him in here. See, Angela, I can get away with giving you crap about typing. I got a dog here. I can give you crap about typing because I don't have to type. I can just sit here and talk. But listen, I can't even talk straight half the time. So, Well, again, I'm glad. Egghead said he had some internal injuries. They weren't no joke. I'm glad you're okay. I really am. So Angela says, I have a question. If I can spell it out, what do you think about people taking dogs on the ride? Man, that's a good question. There is a guy um, that actually taught his dog how to ride, and you can actually buy a pet carrier that'll go on your bike. It's designed for it. To me, the jury's kind of out. Um, and I say that because I know how my dogs just don't even. I've got small dogs. I used to have two big black labs that love to ride in car ride, go for car rides all the time. But I think, let's put it this way: if you had a puppy that you trained from an early age to be on that bike with you, I think Adam Sandoval rode with his dog until his dog passed away. There's a lot of people that do it. Um, I don't know. I'm really partial to dogs, and I guess as long as it's not freaking the dogs out too bad, it'd be okay. Like if they really enjoyed it and they were used to it from an early age on, I think it'd be okay. But like just throwing your dog on for a ride and the dog's going, no, you know, that might be a different story. So Egghead said that the wreck was how they found his cancer. Wow. So I guess in a way, the wreck was a blessing, right, Egghead? Well, I mean, nobody wants to get news like that, but is you said it's stage 0, so it was caught way early. Brent Fellers is asking if anyone else here has an air ride on their shadow. I do not. Leif said he just saw a 2024 shadow in orange. Angela says, as far as the dog riding with you, she says, I can't do it and I cringe at the videos. I won't take passengers either. If I'm going to mess up, I'm not going to take anyone with me. Angela, that brings a good point. And there's a lot of people that feel that way. You're not alone. Um, what I hate to see more than anything else is you've got the kid on the crotch rocket that's wearing the crotch rocket gear. I'm talking the full bodysuit, full helmet, and everything else. And then he's got the girl on the back wearing short shorts, flip flops, and a tank top. No helmet, hard, or maybe a helmet. I don't know. That's so freaking irresponsible to me. In my opinion, if you're going to have somebody ride with you, then they need to be geared up just as much, if not better, than you. Last year, if you go back and watch my video where I went and bought a bunch of gear for my wife and for my daughter and for my son, good gloves, good helmet, good riding jacket. Um, it's irresponsible, man. If you're going to take somebody with you, they need to have gear. And if they want to hop on the bike for a ride and they don't got gear, they don't got gear. They don't have gear, they ain't getting on my bike. But yeah, Angela, I almost tend to agree with you on the whole dog thing. Like I said, jury's kind of still out on that one as well. But I would think that I would probably lean towards no on that. I just would. All right, guys, we are 2 hours and 4 minutes into this live. So I'm going to be cutting it off. Reason being is I'm going to go eat and get some rest because I'm going for a ride tomorrow. And I think 2 hours is long enough to torture you guys with my wonderful looks. So I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for showing up. Really, it was honestly a blast. You guys crack me up. You always fill me with good knowledge. And Brent is cooking. Thanks, Brent. I'm hungry. What are you cooking? What do you got for me? Leif, thank you. Angela, thank you. Thanks for your awesome typing skills. Just kidding. Anytime, Angela. Chime in anytime you want. Everybody have a wonderful night, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off for now. I guess I'll end it the way I end my videos. Man, stay safe out there. Have a lot of fun this weekend. Get out and ride if you can. Just enjoy, man. And that's all I got, man. Doesn't matter what you ride, right? As long as you ride. We'll see you guys on the next video. Be coming up shortly. And then we'll do another live again, I think. If you guys like this, we'll continue doing this. I had a lot of fun. So everybody take care. Have yourself a great night. And we'll see you all again real soon.